Welcome back, everyone, and we are jumping back into Hernand side quests in Crimson Desert. This quest is the last of the side quests we will be doing, which is the Missing Family Seal, where we need to talk to Marquis Serkis and find the item that was stolen from them. After that, we will probably be jumping back into Chapter 7 of Crimson Desert and continuing the main story. So for now, let's jump into this quest and head over to Marquis Serkis's house and see where this takes us. All right, here we go.
Have either of you heard of the great thief of Hernand?
I have. It seems he robs only the rich and wealthy.
And gives his pilfered coins to the poor.
It sounds like a Robin Hood story.
Better, lawful ways to aid them.
Even so, his popularity among the paupers grows. He'll boldly leave a letter at each scene with clues as to where he'll strike next.
Also, it's another mystery, kind of like the Institute quest as well.
This very morning, I discovered such a letter in my study.
So what went missing?
The seal of the house.
No wonder we're being so discreet.
Just so. The loss of the seal of the House of Serkis must not be made public. I can only entrust this task to you. Will you accept it?
Sure.
An eye gazing from above. What could this mean?
From above. Perhaps mountains or a watchtower. Eye tells me a watchtower is the more likely of the two.
Search there first, if you would.
All right.
All right, up next is, let's find the clues. I think it's this letter. Let's take this. Should you seek what I have taken, unravel the riddle, and pursue me if you have the courage. Okay. And it says, peace from Oaken Shield Manor. Okay, so the front doesn't really have anything. Let's turn it over. This place is your eye, an eye that gazes from high above. Interesting. All right, so those are the two clues. Now we have additional steps. The quest is now Traces of Intruder. Track the traces near Torchlight Beacon. Then track the trail in Everfrost. And then Lion Crest Watchtower. Okay. So this is definitely another mystery. Less of a detective from like interviewing potential criminals.
Yes, mate.
Or thieves, and this one's more of let's look for clues and figure out where things are going. So it's kind of a mix of like the Robin Hood story with like this thief kind of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, but also kind of like a detective story again. So that's pretty interesting. That's two detective stories so far. Let's see where this takes us actually. Okay, so we're going up there, and then we also have Torchlight Beacon. So let's start at this one, and then I think we go to this location next. I'm gonna start with Torchlight Beacon and go from there. I think we just head to the trail that's over here.
Hiya!
And then we'll ride up the mountain. I do like how fast this new horse is. Compared to our old horse, it's like so much easier to travel now. And it's not even level 5 yet. I think we're still working to get to level 5. Alright, we are almost to the watchtower, or the beacon, Torchlight Beacon.
Go!
Alright, we are here. Now we need to look for clues. Seeing an arrow going this way. Let's open this door. Okay, so we gotta go up. Yeah, the gold like arrow slash gold line is telling us to go up. So there's clues here. I think this is one. So let's open the inventory. Thief's map. Now that the climb is done, look below. Okay, so it's showing a house, the tower, and then, is that a camp? Maybe. Let's look at the map. Saying go over here. Is this tied to this as well? It is. So eventually I think we go over there. Let's fly this way first. It was a camp. Uncover rare items buried underground. Select the shovel to dig. Okay, so that's an item. Or it looks like the area that we need to dig up. We have a new note. You move fast, but your mind can't quite keep up. For all the trouble it took to get this far isn't what was gained rather pitiful. Next time, it would be wise to learn to use your brain a bit more. Okay, so the thief is definitely taunting us. And kind of was like pulling us on a false trail, I feel like.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can use these rocks and travel this way. Okay, we can. Now we have to go to Everfrost. I think that's far north, but let's double check. Let's see. So we take this road all the way north to like this area, and then we have to go over through like the woods. This looks like a location we haven't been to before. Okay, so we go up like one level, and then we go.
Get going!
So it's like the same path, but we don't fully go up the mountain. We turn this way. I don't think I've traveled this way too much. I think I did like just to do some open world exploring, but that was about it. Oh, you know what? I think we took this way when we went to do the Cowfade Chapter 6 quest. That's right. And then we have to go up the mountain this way. I'm probably just gonna climb. Probably the fastest way for us to head up the mountain. This is tough. I don't think there's like a easy way to just travel up this mountain. That's where we fought the Stag Lord. And I don't think that's the same location we're going to. Use this one. Because there's not a clean path up. It's a far climb. There's a camp here. And there's a chest. Second note. Let's see what the second note says. You're good at climbing to high places, but were you so busy looking into the distance that you forgot to watch your footing? Learn to correct your gaze. Okay. So basically, this thief is like playing with us. The last place is that watchtower. This view is awesome, though. Take a moment, take a look at the world again. Just so much to explore. Like, I always have such appreciation for such, like, beautifully designed open world games. Like, and the draw distance is just amazing in this game. All right, let's see. We're heading down, so let's just jump. And try to use... try to use our skills to quickly travel. I think the path that we were on is like right over here. Yeah, perfect. Quick travel down the mountain. We were all the way up there too. That's really cool. All right. Jump on our horse and keep going. This is the watchtower we've already been to before. So we've already been to this watchtower. This is the watchtower we went to, like, chapter 2 or chapter 3. Seems like we have to go to the top. And then we have to climb. Oh, it looks like we have to burn the vines. Let's use the flash. That's pretty solid skill. There's a couple things up here. I remember like heading up here and being like, why is there so much stuff up here? I'll take this because we haven't discovered it yet. Now it makes sense why there's so much up here. Piece of Lion Crest Watchtower. Clue. Let's do the clue first. This place is your eye, an eye that gazes from high above. But remember, the higher you rise, the more you must look to the lower realms. Never forget to watch over those beneath you, the poor and the common folk alike. Okay. Definitely giving me Robin Hood vibes. Here, black and white blend in harmony under the order of these lands. Okay. So another clue.
Inspect the tower thoroughly. See that everything's repaired.
We have a cutscene.
Ah, it's you. A moment. Good to see you again. I'd been meaning to fix up this watchtower. But it seems there's a link to the great thief hidden here.
Yes.
So, did you learn anything?
Where black and white exist in harmony.
Where black and white exist in harmony. Could it be?
I think we're thinking about the same place. Follow the waterfall path to Duskwood, a place full of peculiar stones. The ground there is set in a grid, as if there's some hidden pattern to it.
My thoughts exactly. The clue must point there.
I'll sort things out here, see if that thief left any other clues.
All right. Three Saints Falls. And then Duskwood. I didn't get to open those chests. The cutscene stopped me. Oh, now it says steal. Oh, we won't steal those right now. Let's see. Map-wise, not far away. Let's glide as far as we can and then summon the horse. All right, let's keep going. This is an interesting quest. It's a lot more detailed and multi-stepped than the missing book quest was at the Institute. This gives me kind of like a... Like I said, it's like a mystery, but also like mixed in with like Robin Hood. All right, so we're at the falls. We need to dig again. No item found. So there must be multiple places to check. Okay, we found another note. Let's see what this one says. The persistence that took you this far is worthy of respect, but no matter how fast your feet are, it's useless if you end up in the wrong place. Next time, make sure you know where you're going. Interesting. So this thief seems to be one step ahead of us every single clue we go to. All right, now we go to Duskwood. See where Duskwood is. Oh, there's like a mystery location there. Okay.
Go! Yeah!
I remember exploring, and that mystery location didn't look like it was like a fast travel point. It looked like a puzzle. I just hadn't had a chance to like do that puzzle yet. So I wonder if this puzzle is tied to this quest. All right. not too far away. I believe it's by the workshop, so we travel to the left. And then it should be right there. Should be over here somewhere. Let's just work on the quest first and then see what we need to do. See, this place has like stones and I'm not sure what we do here. There's something here, but I can't interact with it yet. But there is a note. I wonder if it's under... I wonder if it's under one of these stones. There's a stone there. This one's interesting. Okay, so we have another clue. Here, black and white blend in harmony under the order of these lands. You must care not only for the shining figures beside you, but also the poor and weary who linger in the shadows. To achieve true harmony, should you not open not only your own storehouses, but those of the nobles as well? Okay. There's another clue here. Oh, the piece of duskwood. Here, time stands still. Light can only be shared under the sun. Organize the leads. So we'll come back to this, like, board game or, like, puzzle. It feels like it's a board game that we have to play or something. But we'll come back to this. Let's continue the story for now and this quest. Organize the leads. Head back. And see what we can discover. Should we go to the left? No, we can just head down this way. All right. Let's head back to the estate.
My
Talk.
salutations to you.
Oh,
and talk to everyone.
The short hair cats are.
Looks like we have to go upstairs.
They should be here any minute now.
All right, here we go.
I received your letter.
It appears to be a clue found in Duskwoods.
Yes.
Good work. The more I read these words, the more they seem directed at me. To aid the poor.
Who would dare such a thing?
My lord, think nothing of them. Whoever it is, this amounts to little more than provocation.
Indeed. For now, we shall focus on catching the thief and recovering the seal.
Any idea where this might be pointing to?
Sunlight glimmers and spreads. It could be a body of water.
That might be it. Water reflects light.
What of the time stands still part?
It could be a body of water that does not flow. A lake, perhaps.
A lake? But there is no lake in Anand.
Or perhaps the point where streams converge?
A fine deduction. So it's pointing towards...
There is such a place in Anand.
I'm not convinced, but still, I'll see for myself.
All right, now it says we need to talk to someone else. It didn't really tell me where that place is. The suspense. Need to know. Who do we need to talk to? Okay, so we go over here. That cutscene added suspense, but it didn't really tell us, like, hey, go talk to this person. That was interesting. There we go. I don't know why I was stuck. Let's just cut through the farm. Interesting. That kid is wearing the Reed Devil outfit. It's like the first time I saw that outside of like the Sunset Reed Village. All right, let's
I'm still uncertain.
I've returned.
Greymane! I was on my way
let's
to the
talk
castle.
to William, I
Have you
think.
found any clues? Where time stands still while sunlight glimmers and spreads. Aha. Let's speak more as we go.
Still not sure where it's taking
They
us.
believe it's where the flow of water pauses momentarily.
I see. My thoughts differ somewhat. Vague though it is, one place comes to mind. An ancient site on the cliffs near Halcyons. The site holds a circular stone floor, laid out perfectly, like a clock. At its center stands a magnificent statue. When sunlight strikes it, the statue reflects that light. bathing everything around it in a radiant glow. The smaller surrounding statues catch the light as well. And together, they shine in a way that's truly breathtaking. No one knows who built it, nor when or how. It simply stands there, forgotten by the ages. Where time stands still while sunlight glimmers and spreads. I believe that is the thief's next destination.
Interesting. So the locations...
I'm afraid we must part ways here. There's another location that I feel compelled to investigate as well.
The location is near the Halcyon House of Healing. Let me pause and take a look real quick. All right, so it's over here at the other site that we discovered while exploring. This is another puzzle we'll have to solve at some point. So here's the note. Let's see what it says. Here time stands still, light can only be shared under the sun. You hold great riches, but they were not earned by you. They are the legacy of your forebears, wealth locked in a timeless state. Riches find their true value only when they flow. Set their time in motion again. And then this says, where the sound of hammers ring out, your final bastion. Something about stabbing for this puzzle. We'll have to come back to this puzzle. All right, so it's taking us to this gate. Climb back up, jump on our horse, and head that way. This is a pretty in-depth, like, quest. There's a lot of traveling. A lot of exploring the region, which is kind of cool. We can just cut through over here. And it kind of like talks about the state of Hernand too. Like there's like the wealthy houses and then like the common people and the poor that don't have a chance. So I think that's kind of an interesting story to tell about the region.
You've come. William says the clue led to an abandoned stone platform near Halcyon. Yes?
Yes.
My blindness shames me. Then the next clue?
This is for you.
Where the hammer's ring resound. Your last bastion. This one is clear.
I cannot imagine it referring to anywhere else.
Agreed. There, in times past, the hammer never ceased its song.
Anvil Hill.
Not the safest of places.
That's where the fort is, I think. Like on that plateau.
Still, I know I can entrust this to you without hesitation. Will you go?
It's like right here. Yeah. It's like this plateau between this part of Hernand and like the southern part of Hernand, opposite of our camp. Let's run close to the path and then we'll head up towards the I think we just like run up this way and it'll take us to the top of the plateau. Yeah. That's the easiest way.
Hiya. Yeah.
So we are about 200 meters away from the fort. Interesting. Here's some noise. Iron gate. Open. We found the seal and a note. Knowledge acquired. I feel like we found a note. But why can't I find it? Knowledge acquired. Treasure map. A book of unknown source. Is this it? I don't think so. That's interesting. I don't know where that, like, note went that we just picked up. Also, like, I feel like the Bleed Bandits had originally, like, blockaded this region, and we went and we, like, fought and cleared this region out, like, off the Let's Play. So I'm wondering if, like, they had something to do with it, and maybe because we cleared that region out, there's, like, we already cleared the bandits from that fort. Like there wasn't anything else. Because it was kind of strange. We just kind of like picked up a note and it was like, you found the seal. There was nobody to fight. So that might have been just something like tied to tied to the quest that we did early. Right back. Let's see how this quest ends. It was an interesting mystery quest, but like I thought we'd like find a boss to fight or something. All right, let's head back to town. Yeah, let's see how this quest ends.
Where would the next step lead? Have you any news?
I found the seal.
Returned without resistance.
Then why steal it in the first place?
One must look upon the lowly even from up high. Ensure that black and white exist in harmony, and not leave wealth to stagnate, and forge the strength to guard those around them. A message. Each line carried intent. Fulfilling them is left to me.
So, the theft was meant as a lesson, and a warning to lead by example.
You've done so much already, my lord.
Even so, there is room to improve. Regardless of his counsel, I must ensure the poor receive more grain.
It gives one pause.
I find myself reflecting as well. For that, I thank you. Should I ask for your aid again, would you answer?
Of course.
You have my thanks.
All right, we got a new item. These were all the clues. Yeah, so I think it doesn't really, I think there wasn't really anything outside of just doing those clues. And then we got this item, Great Thief. I'm not sure what that does. Maybe that just helps with like detection. But that's cool. We got a new piece of armor. It has a count of like 1. So I'm not sure if that means it's like only usable once. But that's an interesting item. Yeah, I guess the thief wasn't tied to the bleed bandits that we cleared the fort out of, but it was kind of a cool ending, I think, because we didn't quite figure out who the thief was, which means they still are around. And it seems like their goal was to let the noble houses know that they need to take care of the citizens that live in Hernand, which is a cool message, I think. And yeah, it would have been interesting if there was like maybe a cutscene where maybe we see the thief, but I do think it was kind of cool that we don't quite know who it is, and maybe there will be future quests around it. And it did kind of expand like a little bit of storyline around Hernand being not such like a perfect town, because I feel like this town area seems very perfect, but then there's like the poor area where like the beggars camp is, I think, over here. And yeah, like the scaffold and the beggars alliance is over here. And I think that like it's interesting to show that dynamic with a little bit of more side quests popping up. But maybe we'll see who the thief is later in the story or future side quests or learn more about Hernand. I thought it was a pretty interesting quest. It was more like another detective quest, which I thought was interesting because it wasn't like some of the other quests which are combat specific or sometimes even just like go grab this, go do this. I thought it was kind of cool because sometimes we're focused on the main story and we don't get too many like further world building quests, which I think are pretty interesting. But yeah, let me know how you thought about this quest. If it was different for you, if like that fort was fortified by bleed bandits when you did it, let me know because I cleared that area out early when it blockaded, and I think it was interesting that we just like walked into a fort that was you know, Hernand guards and under Hernand's control, and everything was like good. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or you're enjoying the Crimson Desert Let's Play series, feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video as it helps support the channel as we continue to grow. And I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. In the next Let's Play, we will be starting Chapter 7 again and continuing Chapter 7's story. So we're going to go straight into Chapter 7 and continue it all the way to completing it to see what else is unlocked. I will be doing some like side activities off of the Let's Play, but the next chapter will be starting Chapter 7. So yeah, thanks again for stopping by, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.
Catch me